If only it was that easy.
All right, guys, so today in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you the highest paying creative jobs that you can pursue and you do not need a college degree. Now, honestly, I wish I would have known this in my early 20s because I would have saved a lot of money and a lot of time, 4 years to be exact. But of course, these jobs do take some time to skill up. You aren't just going to rake in the cash overnight, but compared to spending 4 years in a classroom and starting your adult life with 6 figures of debt, these jobs are a great option to pursue if you're someone interested in a creative career, but you also don't want to be a starving artist. All right, so first up, guys, is a digital marketing manager. Now, with an average salary of $90,000 per year and the fact that all you need to do this job is a laptop, a smartphone, and a Wi-Fi connection, this is a job that you can do from pretty much anywhere in the world. And this is a great option for those of you who are the organized type. Definitely not me, because essentially the role of a digital marketing strategist is to actually manage the entire online marketing campaign of a company. So that looks like overseeing all the social media content that is created to promote its products. It looks like planning all of the messaging that's on that company's website, all the emails, pretty much everything that goes into marketing a product or service online. Now, more so, the job of a digital marketing manager is actually really to manage all of the people who are involved in executing that marketing. So that's like graphic designers, editors, and web developers. Now, with that said, of all the jobs, this one does require the most experience in the sense that you're actually in charge of managing the entire marketing campaign of a company. However, that does not mean that you need a college degree. Now, in my opinion, the best way to become qualified for a job like this is not a piece of paper from a school, but actually going out and getting some real world experience and actually starting with probably a more specialized role and working up to that position. So in order to do that, the best thing that you can do to gain experience is to actually hit the like button. It turns out that by smashing that like button, you're actually 42% more qualified to make more money and have a 98% chance of making my day better. It's science.
Dude, oh, there's tons of other solar systems.
Next on the list is a copywriter. Now, of all the specialized roles out there, I personally think that this one has the most potential. Now, if you have a knack for writing, I suggest you look into this role. Now, the job of a copywriter isn't to write books or news articles, but rather the role is to create copy for advertising. So for example, a copywriter might write a new jingle for a cereal commercial or the headlines for an email marketing campaign. Now, you might be thinking, why is this more special than any other writing job, like a journalist? Well, a copywriter's job is directly related to generating revenue for a company. So that is why it's such a high paying job. Now, a novice copywriter can get paid anywhere between $40 to $50 per hour for their time, and highly skilled copywriters can make much more than that. In fact, I actually have a few friends here in Los Angeles who make a few $100,000s a year working from home. And this is because the work that they do actually generates millions of dollars for the companies that they work for. In fact, if there's one thing that I've learned when it comes to pursuing a creative career, is that there's a huge demand for creatives who understand marketing and online business. Everything these days revolves around social media and e-commerce, and if you can pair a creative skill with the awareness of online business, you have a huge advantage over other creatives. So this leads me to the next job, which is a video editor. So a skilled video editor can make around $80,000 per year, and the average hourly salary is about $50 for a novice editor. So every company these days needs a video for their website or social media assets, or wants to start a YouTube channel. So there's a huge demand for content creators in general. In fact, this is actually how I got started. So I actually went to a business school on the East Coast here in the United States. And at the time I was pretty depressed, to be honest with you. I knew I didn't want to go down the traditional path, and I kind of felt stuck. I was there because I was told that's what I was supposed to do. And honestly, I felt like what I was learning was pretty outdated and useless. So in my free time, I started getting into making videos. And at the same time, I was actually going to a CrossFit gym and started bringing my little Canon T5i camera to take some pictures for Instagram at the time and make some fitness promo videos and really just have fun with it. And the owner actually took notice. So this was when people started to recognize that social media was actually a way to market their business and wasn't just a trend. So just like that, I was actually hired to be the social media manager and content creator for the gym. So I didn't go to film school, and honestly, I was just learning as I went, but it actually didn't matter because I was able to provide value to that gym. Now, 8 years later, I've actually worked for a media agency, I've been a full-time freelancer, and I even own my own business. And that's simply because I just saw an opportunity. I believed that I could do it, and I put all of my energy into learning how. And honestly, I think that that belief and that resourcefulness is way more important than a degree in today's world. Now, I'm not somebody who wants to sit here and hate on a college education. I know there's definitely a purpose to it if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, But when it comes to pursuing a creative career, I truly believe that getting experience and putting yourself out there is what's gonna allow you to land a job and move forward. So next on the list is a web developer. So with an average base salary of $61,000 per year, and the fact that pretty much every company needs a website these days to be created or managed, there is a huge demand for web developers. Similar to the role of a digital marketing manager, this job actually requires someone to wear a few different hats. So there are two aspects to creating a website. There's front-end development and back-end development. So front-end development deals with the actual visual experience of a website. This is also called UI or UX. And the back-end development deals with all of the nerdy coding and building the website's infrastructure. Now, if you can actually learn both of those skills, then you can actually position yourself ahead of others. Also, similar to the past roles, I've mentioned that there are different ways to get positions as a web developer. So you can work directly with one company, or you can work as a freelancer working on multiple projects instead of just with one business. Then you can actually even build your own agency, which is what I would do if I was doing that, where companies would actually come to you to build their websites instead of you working on a salary for one specific company. Now, finally on the list is a product designer. So with a base salary of $87,000 per year, that's $7,500 per month, a product designer's job is for those out there who actually like building physical products. So think Apple iPhone, Xbox controller, and all those cool gadgets on Kickstarter that I probably shouldn't buy. Now, similar to a video editor or a web designer, this job requires you to learn how to use some computer softwares and to develop some actual tangible design skills. But once again, it doesn't require a degree. And it isn't anything you can't learn here on YouTube or by going out and getting some real world experience. In fact, if I'm being honest, I don't think there's anything that you can't learn on YouTube these days. And I honestly think that at the end of the day, a college degree is not what it used to be. I know for many, it feels like college is the only path, but think about spending 4 years getting paid to actually learn a skill versus spending 4 years paying money to learn vague concepts and information that's kind of related to that skill. So after all, your 20s are meant to be the years that you're meant to take risks and grind it out. And I think the reality of that is that it's kind of scary, you know? There's a lack of certainty in that. And I don't think that's a bad thing. You just need to be willing to jump into it. So I hope you guys like this video. If so, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps me get cozy with the YouTube algorithm, and it serves this video to people who need it. Also, if you want to see more videos on personal finance and pursuing a life of freedom, check out the playlist at the end of this one. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.